going on at the first place I set up at. So I'm cruising down here to the end of this meadow. Then I'm gonna set up again. I didn't like the first spot I was at. First time in the new spring season. This is a bad day to hunt turkey. The wind is whipping way too hard. Up there on the other side, it drops weight, it drops down. And I had spotted turkeys before the season started over there. About a flock of 25, 30 of them. So I knew over the weekend the pressure was going to be on. So I slipped back into this canyon thinking they got pushed back in here. And we're possibly roosting up on top of this hillside up there. But so I'm pretty much in the area that I want to be, but it's just the wind is too much right now. So I'm gonna wait another little bit here and hopefully it'll die down. We'll see. Decided to come up over, climb to the top of the canyon and go over. I think it'll be better as far as the wind's concerned. This area here that I'm hiking through, you would have never got through it last year because of the burn though. I can get through here and get to the top. Well, I went up and over, and the wind's not much better on this side. Pretty good climb. But I'm at the top of the valley that I seen him in. And I haven't seen anything yet. So I'm gonna wait here for a while. I got a lot of area here where I can glass. I've been side hilling this canyon. And, right behind me is where I located the turkeys before. Poking around up here, seeing if I can find possibly where they did roast, or maybe possibly still roosting. I'm just trying to relocate these birds so I could make a play on them maybe another day. Well, that's it for that spot for today. Put my tractor on. I did 4.6 miles. I got up on top, glassed for about 3 hours. It's just too dang windy. Even the deer were held up and bedded down. Seen 4 deer, glassed up 4 deer. I couldn't glass up any turkeys. But like I said, in Knoxville here, I've got 3 locations of where I've A dead rattlesnake. 3 locations where I've spotted turkeys before the season started, and that's location number 1. So I haven't given up on that. I know there's turkeys in there, just couldn't find them today. So the trick is I got to relocate these birds. I'm gonna go up and check these other 2 spots and do some glassing, but that could be it for the day. But I will definitely be back in here for day 2 tomorrow, and I'm gonna hike into a different area before it gets light and see what I could do. All right, here we go. Day 2, full moon, about an hour before first light. See if I can get up in there and find something. So it's about 7:30, and I haven't heard a thing. I've been up here on top since first light, and I've glassed both sides of this ridge, and I haven't heard anything. I haven't seen anything. So this is kind of what I'm working with. Turkeys were going down over here into this creek down here, and then they would move their way back up here to the top. And I've been glassing. I haven't tried any calls or anything yet. I've just been glassing for right now. I'm trying to locate them. So nothing so far. I'm surprised I haven't heard anything. So to be honest here, I've never gotten a turkey before. I was out of hunting for a number of years, and 2 years ago, I picked up a compound bow because I wanted to get back into hunting. And before that, I'd shot my fair share of deer with the rifle, but I was mainly just a deer hunter. But when I picked up that compound bow and started practicing with it, I made the decision that I'm just going to hunt everything that I can get a tag for, and that includes turkeys. Last year was my first real year of hunting with a bow, and I did miss a deer, man. I got within 35 yards of a buck and took my shot at it, but he had seen me right before I pulled, and he kind of ducked that arrow. But I missed it. It still kills me. Anyways, but so this is my second year, and I'm going after turkeys, of course deer. I'm gonna get a bear tag, and you always carry a pig tag. But man, if I would have known that turkey hunting on public land was so difficult, I would have took it up a long time ago. This is a lot of fun. It really is. So I'm going to move locations now. I'm going to cut on the side of this little ridge. And glass these other fingers that I couldn't glass from back there. Yeah, I just heard my first gobbles. Over the other side of that. They're a ways away. So I'm gonna go around that finger a couple of fingers. And I heard them again. They're down there. At the bottom. I'm not going to call to them. They're not going to come up to me way up here anyways. What I'm going to do is I'm going to sit up here and I'm going to glass. Try to see if I can get eyes on them. And make a plan. Figure out what general area they're in. And then I'm going to come back in with some decoys. But for right now, I'm just going to sit back and glass for a while. And then what I'll probably do is cut across and then go down into that bottom. And on this bottom, back down to the road. So that's the plan. I got some located. I just haven't got eyes on them. I heard gobbles 2 distinct times. Nothing so far. It's always fun coming into an area that you've never hunted before and figuring it out. I've never been back here before. It's pretty neat. When I was coming in here, I busted a deer out. I couldn't get video of it. Happened too quick, busted a doe. But I'm gonna keep glassing. I haven't glassed them up and I haven't heard anything after those other 2 gobbles. So here pretty soon I'm going to drop down into this bottom and walk the bottom out. See if I can find a good enough trail in that bottom to where I could just come in. Instead of coming in high, I could just come into the bottom in the dark. But I want to get down in there and I want to look for sign. And possibly maybe get some action on them gobblers down there, man. They're around down there somewhere, I know it. I heard them. So I'm gonna give it about another hour and then I'm dropping down. So, somebody's old stove, wood burning stove. Back before this became public land, all along Knoxville Berryessa Road used to be private. These were all ranches out here. And back in the day, when people used to dump stuff in the creek, it's like an old truck. Let's see what we got here. Old wash bin. Anybody know the make and model? No license plate. All right, man. All right, here we are at day 3. I walked that bottom out. No sign of those turkeys. I couldn't find any tracks. Couldn't find any feathers or anything like that. I did see the boot prints of about 4 or 5 other guys. I think what happened was when I was up high and I came around that finger, whatever was down there gobbling, whether it was 1 or 2 turkeys, they must have seen me. They had to see me because I was out in the open, and from there they just ghosted me. But hey, you know, I'm not a new hunter, but I'm a new turkey hunter, so I'm learning. That first day, day one, I should have stayed down into that creek bed instead of coming up and over. I should have just worked that creek bed around and glassed into the windbreaks and stuff, looking for turkeys taking shelter out of the wind. But instead, you know, me being a deer hunter by heart, I think high is the best, so I got up high, you know, and sometimes that doesn't always work in your favor. But today's a new day, and we learn and we move forward and we stay motivated. So it's about an hour and a half before first light. So I'm going to get out of this, get my pack on, and we're going to get back up in there. Let's go. I got 2 gobblers right below me. I got one coming in. I missed. When they went out of frame, I took my shot. 35 yards. And my arrow hit right below him. They really didn't spook that bad. I loaded up another arrow, but they got around me. I still might be able to get a play on them. Phew, I missed. Just right over here. He was at 40 yards. I shot for 35. I shot for 35 and he was at 40. That was awesome. I'm gonna see if I can get another shot at him. now. About 80 yards. They never see me though. He had about 3 hens with him. And when I shot, he just jumped up. Like, what was that? And they kind of rushed off for about 20 more yards. And just started walking again. So they never saw me. I don't think they know what's up. Wow. I had ranged a couple places. And I had ranged a rock down there at 30. And he was just a little bit past the rock. I figured 5 yards. Shot right below him. Well, about 3 hours has passed and nothing else came in. Came down here and I'm looking for my arrow. I can't find it anywhere. It's up there in them rocks. When I shot, I can't believe I missed. I guess I gotta work on my ranges. Like I say, I'm still a new bow hunter. Not a new hunter, just a new bow hunter. And a new turkey hunter. Wasn't nervous at all. I was calm, the adrenaline was pumping, but I was still just calm. Took my time, went through my mechanics. Let out a breath. And it just flew under him, got right underneath him, he jumped up. That's the way it goes. God. I would like to find this arrow. Well, that was my 3-day hunt out there at Knoxville Wildlife Area. This video is the 3rd video in a series. In the first 2 videos, you'll see me go and show Knoxville Berryessa Road, which is the walking area. I give you the coordinates of the 3 major trailheads. In another video, I go up into the OHV area and I show you Hunters Creek Camp and another campground located at Lake Berryessa, PUTAH Canyon Campground. Well, I missed. I put in 2 days of preseason scouting, 3 days of hunting, and it ended up in a mess. Looks like I got to work on my mechanics a little bit more. I got to work on ranging and that kind of thing, because I shot. He was at 40 and I shot for 35 and I misjudged it, and I got to work on that. If you're a new hunter trying to get out there, if you watch all 3 videos, it'll show you the type of work you got to put in. You got to do your preseason scouting, then you got to get in there and you got to get in there on foot and do some hiking and relocate these birds. And that goes with anything. That goes with deer hunting, pig hunting, bear hunting, whatever it is. You got to get in there and you got to preseason scout and figure out what these animals are doing. This video is going to be published on Easter Sunday, so happy Easter to everybody. And looks like I won't be eating any Easter turkey, but I'm sure I got a ham sandwich around here somewhere. So that's it for today. If you like this video, hit the like button and subscribe to the page. If you'd like to make a contribution to the channel, into the description box, you'll find a PayPal me link. You'll also find a link to the Knoxville Wildlife Area on the DFG page. We'll see you next time on California Public Land Hunter. See ya.